and welcome everybody.
Show unfulfilled demand for specific commodities.
And apparently Adam wanted to overtake the greeting here. So, yeah, we are of course low on luxury food because we are still not producing it. And we are still waiting for the bridge to be completed. It's roughly going to take like, 18 minutes. And our goal for this episode will be, of course, to start producing luxury food to expand the city a little bit. But also, if possible, and if we get enough influence. Zayev, I'm coming. As soon as we have 3 shares, we can actually buy the biggest region in the game. And then we shall have our small capital. But yeah, first we will have to start with a luxury food production, and that of course will take some time. What I also want to do in this episode is to start with the Orbital Station. Now the question is, where shall we place the institute? We can do it here, but then we have to get rid of our fruit plantation here. I think that is a risk we can take. So we will of course build the fruit plantation somewhere else. Ah, that was the wrong button. That was the wrong key. Of course that was still not enough. Replacing is disabled, so we will have to get rid of this. At least we get all our graphene back. So, now we are positive here. And yeah, we also need 250 energy. Do we have 250 energy? No, of course we don't. But we can build another water turbine. And now we have more than enough energy. We can build the small institute.
Launch preparations complete. Shuttle awaits your confirmation.
Okay, that will now take a while because it's only working at 20%, but yeah. That is at least something, or maybe we should actually... Yep, that is something we definitely should have done. We should have built the entire thing inside the city.
Acceptable.
And in return... Oh, Cassian Industries.
Have that out of the way.
The board has given its approval.
The board can kiss my ass, Cassian. Of course we are now missing constructor bots. So I want that share of Cassian. Because it gives us money and a production bonus. And yes, it was expensive, but hey, it belongs to us. And that is how the money works, and we are going to pause here the bridge production. So that we get the constructor bots that we are now missing actually. So, and according to my layout... Ooh, that was highly risky regarding the information because we have no direct connection here. Okay, here we have a direct connection. And here's the connection of the police department. Okay, it should work. So in return we will build some more houses. As soon as possible. Yeah, here we have another desalination plant that we can use. Okay. So, I did not completely screw up. So, and this is now running at 55%. That is now something I can live with. Yeah, need more constructor bots. Nah. Good thing we don't have to care about traffic here like at City Skylines. That would actually kill me. So, try to put in here as many houses as possible.
Thank you for making
Of course, we are now running low on information. Question is, do we have here enough space for a new infodrome? Yes, we have. So that issue has been solved quite easily. So... So we can of course upgrade more houses to the operator status.
Competitors are bidding on your company share. Counteractions advised.
Oh, my share. Well, as long as I have enough influence, you will never get it.
Good of you to drop in to see me. You, my friend, have a very good eye.
Okay, now we have some constructor bots again.
Transfer route suffers from inadequate supply of goods.
Ah, that was only logical. Okay, what are we running low at? Of course, vitamin drinks. There's an issue we can solve quite easily. So, positive again. Organic food can also be solved quite easily. As well as water. Good. We need to be careful about the neuron plants. So that our money is still not rising, because we have too much of it.
Bridge construction site established.
But you can never have enough money. Yay, new cooperation level.
Successes multiplying.
So we will get some biologists. Come on, be faster, be faster. And in 3 minutes we shall launch, and then we can start constructing the space station.
Smoothly.
So, what do we actually need? We will see. We will see. We will see. Maybe in the meantime I should already build the next institute here. That would probably help us. Oh, that will hurt. That will hurt.
Warning. Unfulfilled
Wait,
demand.
how many
for
do we
specific
actually
consumer
need to
products.
get rid of? Yeah, apparently the houses have here different size.
Construction options expanded. Transfer route output at 0. Countermeasures recommended.
Okay, of course we are now running low on energy.
Consumer analysis.
That is something
show
we can
unfulfilled
solve,
demand.
right?
Please, feel free.
With another geothermal power plant. So that issue has been solved. So, and people could need a new community center. Of course we don't have a proper telephone. But hey! We now have here at least 80%.
So, that's that then.
All right.
What? Where's the auction? I don't see an auction, I only see shares that belong to me.
Next, orbital station ready for your arrival. Please keep your motivation up.
Ah, and here we are already sending away the physicists. Okay.
Hello, I've prepared the orbital station for your arrival. Expansion can begin whenever you're ready. Please, prepare for boarding.
So, time to get to the orbital station.
Welcome to your corporate orbital station. You are free to expand it in order to pursue scientific research only possible in 0G. Enjoy your stay. I'll be on standby to advise you. Take note.
Yep.
The station can be expanded to pursue various all systems running smoothly.
So now the question is in which
Further
direction do we
actions
want to
required.
go? That's actually a really good question. So as soon as we have 3 workshops, if anything. Well, yeah, let's start maxing out first. And obtain iridium. What do we get here? Increase resource salvage and crisis sectors. That is not really helpful for us. 6 magnetite, 10 petrochemicals, 11 graphene and blah. Okay.
Nothing on fire or exploding at the moment.
That is actually a good question. What are we going to go for first? Yeah. Maybe first we go for the heavy industry hall. And for that, and for the electronics clean room, so that we get at least the 2 workshop expansions at the beginning. So, of course for that of course we need engineers. So we go first for the electronics clean room.
Working conditions met. A follow-up is needed. This provides you with an overview. Please keep your...
So, and the other side that we can go for is the energy cluster. Okay, but that is something we cannot do yet.
All systems
That
running
means
smoothly.
that area here is completely blocked. That's sad. Then we go for the agricultural chamber.
R&D offers new options.
Okay, now time to go for the bonuses. Both of course need solar cells.
Heat reduction is insufficient. Can I be of assistance?
So they here need an artificial G-lab.
Attention. Research goods missing.
And
Come in, but
good thing
please
is
don't
we
touch
actually
anything.
don't need that much expertise at the beginning. Time to cool this here
Good.
down.
I wanted to show you my studies anyway.
Storage and recycling.
I hope you don't find it boring in here.
Now we have the bonuses here. Now we just need to wait for more astronauts to arrive. But that now gives us 52 expertise
I do need you for a status report. A
that
follow-up
we can
is
already
needed.
use here. And as soon as this here is researched, we go for another agricultural thing. Oh yeah, food design workshops use rice instead of beef. That is useful. We need that. We need that, definitely. So in 15
Adequate.
minutes.
Most excellent.
Yeah, you're all initiating auctions and I'm missing the completely the fun. I'm not that happy about that actually. But okay. So, and we
Your
already
vitals are
received the
within
diverse
acceptable
production
limits.
boni.
However, I advise against staying in 0G too long.
That means we can now return to our capital, to our current capital, which already houses over 10,000 people.
What is to say?
68%, well, at least something. So, and of course we have now a small overproduction on fruits and on the vitamin condensers. Here we have it plus 10%. And water also counts as into that area. So 7 is a bit about
Unfulfilled demand for specific
a bit
consumer
about
products.
a bit more than 7 minutes, and the bridge is constructed. And then we shall build here a small second city and more production that shall heavily accelerate our income. At least a little bit. And provide enough workforce for the entire sector. And then we, when we start with a luxury
All
food,
systems
finally,
running smoothly.
then we will already have here the second tier unlocked and won't use beef for the luxury food, which will save us a lot of space and a lot of graphene. It shall help us for future! So the question is, what are we now doing in the next 7 minutes? Some smaller assignments? Maybe not a combat mission. Definitely not a combat mission. Let's see. What Archaea Flows was again as a sector project. I guess it was the trading routes. Either that or the oil. Nope, it's the trading routes. Maybe we can start that already.
Underway.
I expected to see you. We want to break routes straight through the ice. When our competitors caught wind of it, they called us madmen. But your presence here makes it possible. Together, we will convince the Arctic custodians we're up to the job. Now, of course, these new routes will be just as much yours as ours. Please don't jump to conclusions about our values. This is a project for sustainability. We don't seek to destroy, we want to supply. I trust we have your support?
Yes, of course you have my support, because I need something to do for the next few minutes. So, yeah, camera stuff. Longer than the actual text.
Warning. Unfulfilled
Find
demand
observation
for
drone at the
specific consumer
glacier
products.
channels. Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3.
I have to warn you, forcing your way straight through will... The fact that I left the office should indicate how important this assignment is.
Tractor populations. And already the first weighing quest. Yay! Waiting. So interesting. Okay, we need to save at least 25 influence for ourselves, just in case. For the rest we can actually start an auction. The thing is we have an account limit of
Already have something in
1,200,000. That does not really help us, so
Splendid.
let's go downrate this share. And participate ourselves. Well, this share is actually making negative money. It gives us at least a production bonus. And that production bonus is definitely worth it. Especially when it's only for 700k.
That was not in line with our projections.
Yeah, with your projections, but with mine.
Need me for status report.
Okay,
Warning.
so...
Unfulfilled demand for specific consumer
Yeah,
products.
thank you Adam for notifying me about something that was totally clear beforehand. Okay, so while we are still waiting for another 3 minutes...
Good day to you. More than
Let's
ever,
start with
there
this.
are challenges to
Yeah,
want to
blah blah
commemorate
blah
the
blah blah,
first
I don't need a
building of-
cutscene. I want to start building the structure here. For decoration purposes.
Shuttle arriving according to schedule.
So, attach Global Union combat drone to your
Yes.
vehicle. Okay, let's do it. And blast away some rocks.
Ropes copy that.
Come on drone,
You
make
didn't
us
hear this
happy.
from me.
Ah.
Full speed ahead.
I understand. So, our money is now going down because
Trusting you
of
with
the
that
hacker
was a
attack.
good decision. The way you handle this will have an immense effect on your market value.
Yeah, maintain a credit balance. That is unfortunately not possible at the moment because we got hacked.
Coordinates confirmed.
Looks like a pretty sophisticated data breach.
Ropes are
It'll be far easier to find the culprits first. If you knock out the jammers, I can tell you who's to blame.
Copy that. Affirmative. Cargo gathered.
So, follow the drone. Ah, okay,
Copy
that
that.
is not... Whoa, 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 whoa. Not so fast.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Well, at least we are still positive on money, somehow.
Alright.
Roger. That will go over well.
It's a relief to have that out of the way.
Underway.
Ah, another auction. Okay, well, do your auction.
Coordinates confirmed.
Apparently I cannot participate.
Affirmative.
You didn't hear this from me.
Okay, who was it? Ooh, it was Joseph. 30 petrochemicals from your spaceport.
Bridge
Okay.
construction aptitude verified.
At least the bridge is also now ready for finalization. So, the hacker attack was a blessing. So, deliver the cargo to Luca Voladins.
You see what a difference good intel can make?
Hey, good to see you, my friend. Always a pleasure, my friend.
So, do you have something? Do you want me to say something? Nope, you don't want to. Okay. And you don't have more constructor bots for me. I understand. So, for finalizing that... 100 iridium!
The world isn't all black and white, my friend.
100 iridium! Okay. Yeah, I got it back.
Make sure everything that happens on
100 iridium, like seriously. Okay, time to start with the increase of the constructor bot production. For that, I might actually need more cobalt and feldspar. So 22 of them. Time to produce here more energy. And yes, that lowers our income. Our income is mainly lowered by the company shares. But we can now finally start with a really big city. Oh, that will be glorious. Oh, the people need information. No. Let them receive their information. So that works. As well as that. So time to increase that as well. Okay, now we have a way higher constructor bot production. And that helps us continuing to increase the size of the city. Though I'm afraid that we also might have some issues with the biopolymer. Yeah, that is definitely not enough.
Most splendid.
That's much better.
Yeah, the game tells me that they are starting an
Alright.
auction, and then I'm actually waiting for the auction to be started, and then nothing happens.
It's hard to beat bleeding edge technology. I know.
Okay, that is at least something regarding the biopolymers, and of course we are going to increase all other productions like organic food, water, need more of everything. And I hope we won't get too much into administration cost. As I already mentioned in an earlier episode, the amount of population of the same tier can actually cause administration costs to happen.
Expansion options. New station expansion options.
So what's the what?
I heard you the first time. So now we have 80 biopolymers per minute. So wait, this is actually agricultural stuff? Yep. And biopolymer, what is that?
Space
Not.
shuttle docking.
Okay. So this balance will also be altered in the future, thanks to the Orbit DLC. That's good to know. Yay, new cooperation level.
Level of success reached.
Woohoo, though we don't have many people living in these houses. Not yet. So, that should now be it. We are going to fill in all these rectangles, and then we should have, at least for the moment, enough people that we can work with. Okay, here we have to wait a little bit for more resources. In the meantime, we can actually increase the size of a siege and orbital station. So we have 69 expertise available.
So how may I be of service?
Further research now accessible.
Okay, so, and how much heating is caused by the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Actually, not that
Attention.
much.
Research goods missing.
Well, this is a nice.
As it seems, next to nothing. So, 1, 2, 3.
Came to see me? I didn't expect that, to be honest. Well, this is a nice surprise.
So, that's that then.
Already have something in mind.
I cannot participate.
And
No.
for status report.
But at least we are now researching more here. And we get more stuff. That's at least something.
Came to see me.
Your vitals are within accept.
Good. So, that's sad that we cannot participate here. And depending on how far this number grows, we can actually siphon off some money from that. Oh, maintain a positive credit balance. Yeah, that was quite easy to do. Okay, he's... Ah, okay, Bar Foxconn is now also doing some trouble. As soon as it goes over... Ah, fuck it. Transaction tax. We are low on money. We need it.
Finally. Nice to have that problem off my mind.
So...
Consumer analyses show.
So, Sam was right about you. A volunteer is needed to take care of this issue.
Yep, a volunteer is needed, and I couldn't care less. So, what we are definitely going to need is another institute. That we are going to build quite central. Okay, why did I actually build it there? That makes no sense. Felix, think before you build. God damn it. It was me being stupid again. At least it did not cause that much of damage. We have a forerunner when it comes to technology, yeah, sure. Oh, My company level is going to rise pretty fast, you will see, lady. Okay, the first thing we need is actually way more organic food. Granted, people are hungry.
Attention. Under provision of specific consumer goods detected.
And a provision of specific consumer goods detected. I know, I'm working on it. In case you haven't noticed, you little dipshit. Nearly as annoying as the real Adam. So now we have an overproduction of organic food here. What we could need now is of course more water. And we will get more water. So here we have 2 more desalinization plants. Desalination or desalinization? Good question. Desalinization. Ha! I was right. Woo! I'm the master of the English language. Not really, but still. At least some sort of positive stuff. Success happening. Yay! So, these people now have water, organic food. They now need information. Okay, apparently from this side this tool becomes quite imprecise. And yeah, let's go for this here. Infodrome 1, Infodrome 2, Infodrome 3, Infodrome 4. Apparently that is enough for this entire area. But I don't trust it. Later, when there are more than enough people living, the demand for information will rise. And then they will be complaining again. And that is why we have now an information oversupply. Oh yay, people are happy. Sorry. A sore throat.
Attention. Auctioning for own corporation share has started.
Yes, and you know what? I don't have enough money, so...
Company trademarks grow in popularity.
Go away. And of course, we need more biopolymers. Not really surprising if you ask me. Now we are running on vitamin drinks and everything else. Also, not really surprising. But we really could need more biopolymers. And come on. 1, 2, 3. So that is now more than enough of a biopolymer production. And the next thing we need is more vitamin drinks, and we will need many of them. That is for sure. Why am I building it here? We have now so much available regarding space.
Space shuttle docking.
That we can go easily into this direction. So, and here we will build the next supply depot. For the logistics center or whatever. So, give me more fruits, we need more plantation. Ah, I miss the good old cotton plantation. I wonder, do the cotton plantation actually have had black workers? Was it historically correct? And I know I'm entering some really dark areas. Oh god, that joke was so cheap. So we need to be a bit careful about the graphene.
Sure. Ride this totally irrational trend as long as it runs.
Oh, yes, and I will. Miss Hofwagen. I will. And I will enjoy it. So, what we also are going to need is more sim cells for more rejuvenators. And we can upgrade this even further. Yes, we can.
That's much better.
Yeah, I don't know why you're talking to me. Apparently you're not starting an auction. But okay. And yeah, we need now 69. No, we have 69 of them. Oh, running on power. That is now actually quite unpleasant. And with quite, I mean very. Can we actually afford this bridge here already? Yes, we can. Let's continue this so that we access the other coastal building sites. And until then, unfortunately, we will have to use wind parks. Which makes me sad, but hey, apparently there's no other way for us. Okay, so here's now the maximum reached. Can we actually support another of these facilities? Yes, we can. Then we shall do it. We have roughly 10 minutes left for this episode, so let's do it. Okay, now we have 92 sim cells. Even supply centers consume way too much energy. So many issues. Okay, and the main logistics center comes here. And we are now low again on energy.
Further investment in research possible.
New investment in research possible, yes?
All systems run
Is it?
smoothly.
Not really. But okay, Adam. Apparently someone in the real world got bored. Okay, now we also have an overproduction of rejuvenators, and we will of course need an increased production of neuron plants. But not for now. For now this here is way more important. So as soon as we run low on water, we might have a small issue. what? Why am I doing this here? Enable automatic promotion. That makes things way easier. Am I? At least we have now a proper city. Our income is doing fine. Even with our company shares, well, being quite equal. Okay, and while we are working here or waiting for everything being promoted, we go back to Acuflows and increase our production of neuron plants.
You did well. I think we should... I'd hoped to find you here. And now...
Of course I did well, because I'm awesome. And yes, so first things first, time to do that. We need more neuron plants. Do we have more than enough molybdenum? Actually, no. More than enough would be
Consumer
simply
analyses
an
show
overstatement.
unfulfilled demand for specific commodities.
Yeah, right. 10 petrochemicals for one upgrade. Sure. So, new corporation level, we got new petrochemicals. Yes. And again, something that we cannot afford. We can't even afford to siphon off some credits from that trade. Sad, but it was to be expected.
Very
so, claim
good.
area.
The custodians already gave you clearance.
Yeah, and the custodians can still kiss my ass. The only thing I want here is some
This building
minerals.
space is assigned only to you.
So now we are super positive.
I think we're all happier now that's been taken care of.
Okay, and we apparently also need more workforce. Not really surprising. Do we have enough canned food? Enough is again a really strong definition. And that here was simply plain stupid. New buildings available.
Construction of new
Woo.
building types possible.
Can now build an orbital spaceport. Yay! Okay, what do we need for the next level? Nearly 2,000 more employees. But at least we can make that one here way more interesting.
Renewing parameters.
So, and still we are missing the amount of people.
Come on in and chill a bit. You know how to trade.
Of course I know how to trade. I'm German. I know how to produce, I know how to engineer stuff. So, what can we actually sell
Space
here?
shuttle docking.
This here so that we get at least a bit of money back. Here's another shuttle launching. So, time to go back to Viridian Coast and see what has changed. Hopefully quite a lot. But apparently
you have a
not as
bright
much as I
future.
had hoped. That makes me now a bit sad. Yeah, I know people want a police station. You should get your police station. Don't worry, don't you worry. Trust me, you can totally trust me. Yeah, get your police station and move out of the city, you pricks.
Under provision of specific consumer goods detected.
Oh, hey. Since you're here, want to take care of something for me?
Actually, no. I would never want to take care of something for you. Okay, the game was drunk.
Warning. Energy grid overload.
Yeah, low on energy, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah.
Adequate.
Then let me build here a new energy station. So, and another one here myself. That shall then help us. So, and we are now finally positive on energy. Everything is being overproduced. And we are still profitable. Oh, that is now the point where it takes an eternity to build a bridge. Okay, I understand that point. At least we have here our beautiful city. So, I think this will serve perfectly well as a thumbnail. And yeah, time's up. And so, what did we do? We got plenty of new people. We doubled the amount of people living in our city. We doubled our profit, and yeah, we spent 90% of our money. So it was a quite successful episode, especially for money spending. And we seem to be safe. We have we gain influence fast enough that we can block enemy takeovers, though it will be hard to get into the enemy shares. Technology is now also finally starting to do stuff. That's positive. And yeah, in the next episode we will start producing luxury food and we'll have plenty of new executives. So, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up. It is always a great feedback. And if you are new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet and want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Every subscription helps me and may also serve as feedback. And also, if you have any questions and stuff, and even more stuff you want to tell me, there's that nice comment section below the video. And with that, I say goodbye for today. See you next time!